Hello and good morning. Today is Friday, the 12th of August, 2022, and I'm Roshan Gidwani, the presenter for Pitch Media. This is the Daily Morning Note, financial news updates, live weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on Philip Capital's YouTube, Facebook, and Telegram. First off, Robinhood Markets, the American financial services company, halted purchases of meme stocks during a January 2021 trading frenzy. A judge dismissed some allegations against the platform, but is allowing others in a proposed investor class action lawsuit to move forward. The judge threw out claims that Robinhood misled investors into thinking that it didn't have liquidity issues. Judge Alto Naga dismissed antitrust and fraud claims against the online brokerage. But he did give investors a chance to file revised complaints, which are unlikely to succeed, analysts say. Next up, Chamath Palihapitiya, the Canadian venture capitalist, is asking investors for more time to complete a pair of blank check deals as the industry is plagued by regulatory crackdown and broader malaise. The billionaire has helped take SPACs mainstream, raising more than 5 billion US dollars across the 10 blank checks he has led, successfully taking public space tourism company Virgin Galactic Holdings and SoFi Technologies. Social Capital Hedosophia VI raised 1.15 billion US dollars in October 2020, and Social Capital IV has raised 460 million US dollars in proceeds. Also, what are your thoughts on the cooling of US wholesale prices in July? Will it impact the Fed's rate decisions? Let us know what you think in the comments section. Now, for today's top stories. Singapore stocks were up for a second day running on Thursday amid a regional rally as traders found relief in news that inflation is decelerating in the US. The US inflation data fueled bets that the Federal Reserve could pivot to a less aggressive pace of hikes. The benchmark Straits Times Index closed 0.5% or 15.63 points higher at 3,301.96, while major indexes in Hong Kong, Australia, and South Korea rose between 1.1 and 2.4%. Also, a rally in US stocks petered out on Thursday, with markets ending mixed as analysts weighed encouraging inflation news against expectations that the Federal Reserve will continue to raise interest rates. Americans received a much welcome sign that some inflation relief is in store early in the day when a Labor Department report showed that wholesale prices cooled sharply in July. The Producer Price Index, or PPI, fell 0.5% compared to June on a 9% drop in energy prices. The broad-based S&P 500 closed down 0.1% at 4,207.27, but the Dow Jones Industrial rose 0.1% to end the day at 33,336.67, while the tech-rich Nasdaq Composite Index dropped 0.6% to end at 12,779.91. Let's take a look now at Singapore business news. On Thursday, City Developments posted a record net profit 1.1 billion Singapore dollars, reversing from a net loss of 32.1 million Singapore dollars recorded in the same period last year. This was the result of the sale of the Millennium Hilton Seoul and Tagore 23 warehouse. In addition, there was a total gain of 492.4 million Singapore dollars from the group's deconsolidation of CDL Hospitality Trusts. The profit made by City Developments recently is the highest net profit achieved since the company's inception in 1963. Unlike a year ago when there was a loss per share of 0.042 Singapore dollars, these results translate to earnings per share of 1.235 Singapore dollars. Moving on, Nanofilm Technologies posted a 5.1% year-on-year increase in net profit to 18.8 million Singapore dollars from 17.9 million Singapore dollars previously. Revenue for the group rose 15.2% to 111.3 million Singapore dollars. Earnings per share stood at 0.0286 Singapore dollars, up from 0.0271 Singapore dollars previously. The group has proposed an interim dividend of 0.011 Singapore dollars per share after considering its well-capitalized balance sheet and cash-generating options. Next up, industrial conglomerate Hong Leong Asia's net profit rose 4.5% year on year to 42.6 million Singapore dollars for the first fiscal half ending June 30th. This is higher than the 40.7 million Singapore dollar net profit recorded in the year ago period. However, revenue was down 26.1% to 2.1 billion Singapore dollars from 2.84 billion Singapore dollars previously. The group's key business segment, diesel engines in China, recorded lower sales volume and revenue for the first half of 2022. Earnings per share stood at 0.057 Singapore dollars, unlike the first half of 2021's 0.054 Singapore dollars. Moving on to US business news. Apple is close to erasing its losses for the year as softer than expected inflation data fueled a risk on rally in the stock market on Wednesday. The company edged 2.6% higher to 169.24 US dollars as investors piled back into stocks on bets the Fed could dial back the size of future interest rate hikes after the July Consumer Price Index showed a deceleration in growth from the prior month. Megacap tech stocks all rallied with Meta Platforms and Netflix leading the pack on a more than 5.8% gain each, while the Nasdaq 100 index advanced 2.9%. The tech-heavy benchmark closed 20% higher from its June low. Now for some recommendations. We maintain a buy on Pan United Corporation with a target price of 0.54 Singapore dollars. Also, our recommendation remains overweight for the FANG M stocks. That's all for today. Please like, share, and subscribe for more. In the description box, please also find a link to a survey we've created so that we know how to improve the show. Thank you for watching and see you again.